Firing up another edition of the All-Purpose Podcast with Greg Dortch, all playmaker here at PHNX Sports. The GM, Saul Bookman. I'm Bo Brock. Happy to be with you. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the podcast. Of course, if you're listening via podcast, rate this thing 5 stars. Leave a review. Tell us how great Greg Dortch sounds on microphone. GD, how we feeling, man? I know, obviously, the result on Sunday wasn't what you wanted. But how we feeling 2 days removed?
About the game or just myself?
Just overall, my man. This is all about
feeling
Greg
good.
Dortch.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good, man. I'm blessed. I had family come to the game, so I had family in town. That's always good to have your family there. My girlfriend's here. Not the result we wanted in the game, but that's why you play the game. You get another chance on Sunday coming up. So yeah, I've been good.
I felt like you almost popped one.
Yeah.
Almost don't count. That's what my dad. That's what my dad.
Chris
said.
Boyd would have had to make some.
That's what my dad
big
said.
apologies.
Almost don't count.
I like how every time you get up from a punt, it's like you know that there was something that could have changed a slight bit different. You're like, damn.
It's because I'm always trying to make a play for the team, and it's just like I want that play so bad, and sometimes you can't force the play. You just gotta let it come. But it's little slight things that I see that I wish maybe something happened differently, and that's you get that reaction right there.
I'm not gonna lie. When that final kick went to you, in my head before you caught the kick, I was like, man, if this dude took it back to the house, man, I would lose my shit.
Squibs are funny. Squib kicks kind of get everybody out of their lanes, and it's tricky, but man, that game was tough. Honestly, it was tough. Yeah, it sucks.
That was a stranger, not like to break down the kickoff too in depth, but that was a strange squib kick because it didn't get to the end zone. Like it was low. It was a line drive. Does it knuckle on you?
It definitely knuckled a little bit. But squib kicks are tricky because sometimes they can kick them and it can not go into the end zone all the way, and then you look crazy if you don't pick it up.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to make sure that it's gonna stay in play or not. You got to make sure. But squib kicks are tricky. That's why it's a really tricky kick.
Are you? Do you like the challenge of end of the game, your number getting called now back-to-back weeks? Obviously,
yeah. I don't think it was really me getting my number called the last play. I don't think I looked at it like that. I don't think nobody really looked at it like that. It's just a part of the game. It just so happened that it was 5 seconds on the clock or 6 seconds last week, and they had to punt the ball. Yeah. And then this week it's the same result again, and they have to kick the ball off, and they're trying to milk the clock, and that's how you do it. So it just so happened that that's 2 weeks in a row, but I don't think that's like I don't know. It's just it's just weird. Yeah.
Percentage wise, punt and kick returns are very low, but low. You still so you didn't let the team down by any stretch of the imagination, but it was still a tremendous opportunity to be able to do something huge.
For sure. Anytime I'm out there, anytime I had the ball in my hands, it's a tremendous opportunity. Wish I could have did it.
Yeah. What did you see from your boy number 9 this week? Big jump for Joshua Dobbs. I
honestly just felt like he was just more confident. He's been in the system now a couple weeks, just being confident and just trusting himself. That's what he did.
Where were you at when you busted through the goal line for that touchdown?
I was on the sideline, running off the sideline to the field. That play was crazy.
Were you hyped?
Yeah, that play was crazy. The whole stadium was loud. It was crazy.
We talked to Drew Petzing about that play. He gave us kind of his breakdown of it because it's a pass play, and then he realized it was time to tuck it, and then he's going, and then you see him at the 10-yard line, and there's some decisions to be made, right?
Yeah.
What was your kind of play-by-play?
See, it's funny because earlier in the game, I think he broke free and he slid, and we got like a late hit penalty. Like one of the guys on the Giants, he kind of hit him kind of late. So then the second time came around, and it's the same exact matchup, and Josh lowered his shoulder, and Josh won, obviously, and he scored. So it was exciting. It was an exciting play.
He ain't the biggest dude in the world. Like,
he's pretty big.
Is he?
Yeah.
You've seen him in person.
Yeah.
So I haven't. So he just looks like kind of tall, kind of lanky, kind of. You know what I mean? But like you put that shoulder down, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a player. He's tough. He's gritty. He wants to win, and that just shows effort. That just shows everything that he stands for. He just wants to win.
Yeah. I can't wait for his TikTok breakdown on how he broke that goal line.
He looks slender on TV, but if you see him up close, Greg point out. I mean, he's tall. He's what 6'3", 6'4", and just he's not like a brick shit house, but
he's not a Cam Newton,
some weight to him too.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
He's got to have you got to be able to carry around that big brain.
For sure.
You guys got a pretty big contest coming up, man.
Yeah, really good team.
Cowboys are no joke right
America's
now, man.
team. They're a really good team. Well coached. Going to play hard. It's going to be a well fought game.
One of the best defenses in the league right now.
Are they?
Yeah. They
Micah Parsons can ball. Trayvon Diggs is having a good start to the season. I mean, it's a who's who, as it always is with Dallas, but turning the page on that and then having to move forward without Budda Baker, I mean, that's got to be a massive blow. How are you guys kind of keeping your spirits up, your heads held high with Budda being on the show?
I just heard the news, honestly, a couple hours ago. It's just tough. Like, Budda's the heart and soul of the team. Energetic. He's out at practice just talking, whether it's talking shit or trying to motivate guys. That's just who Budda is, man. He's the heart and soul of the team. And I know he's going to do everything in his power to get back.
I think at every single level, there's a little bit of a difference, right? In the professional level, I think as fans, we kind of lump everything into the same categories from like high school, college football. Like if you start to lose a couple games, you start to think like, oh, maybe these players are not feeling this or not feeling that or whatever. But in the professional level, it's wildly different because you guys still have a lot to play for. Whether you guys are winning every game or losing every game, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
What does JG do that's a little bit different from other coaches you've had in terms of just keeping you guys' mind right every single day?
Well, honestly, it's not so him. It's more so the players. Like, this is our job. This is what we get paid to do. And it's up to us to come in and be ready to perform and be ready to practice and be ready to play on Sundays. The coaches can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? So it's really on the players, and it's up to us to figure that out, honestly.
Really get the sense just talking to JG, talking to Petzing, Rollis, coming off of that performance, and everybody wants to talk about momentum, but it's like they seem to be coming from a place of just remaining neutral, not getting too high, not getting too low, remaining focused on what you're going to do going forward. Obviously, learning from the past in a sense, but is that an overall theme throughout the locker room, or is it player to player on how they maintain that focus?
Yeah, just trying to learn from mistakes and just trying to grow. I think just the work that everybody's put in, and you want to win on Sundays, but sometimes it doesn't go your way, and we realize that. And the only thing that you can do after that is just get back to work. That's just life. Things may not go your way. Things may go your way. At the end of the day, you still got to wake up tomorrow and go back to work. So that's what we try to do.
When you think about, you guys could easily be 2-0 right now. I mean, like, easily. You know what I mean? In your 0-2, do you take that as like we're on the right track, we're good, or is like, damn, we missed that opportunity? Like, how do you feel about that?
It's definitely a damn, we missed the opportunity. It's no good off of losing 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Just from a competitor. Yeah. It's a lot of things that we did self-inflicted. It's a lot of things that those teams did really well to take advantage. And this is the NFL. Every team has players. Every team is going to be good. That's why you can't really predict wins and losses in the NFL, because any given Sunday, somebody could beat anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You look at this as a big opportunity. I mean, Kayvon Wallace played 100% of the snaps on Sunday. I mean, it's not like he can get out there anymore, but it's like they're not going to scale him back anymore.
Yeah. He's a player.
Sasha Ray looked pretty solid, filling in, and then you guys added a player from San Francisco's practice squad. But, I mean, as somebody who's made your way and you're kind of a self-made player, you pull for guys like that. I mean, obviously you talk about the elite players on the roster, but like to see guys get opportunities and to kind of continue to help change the narrative, that's got to be exciting.
Especially Kayvon's my guy, but speaking about Andre too, he stepped up. I don't know when we heard the news about Budda not being able to play, but he was next up and he was ready to play. I feel like he played really well on Sunday. Kayvon Wallace, I expect that from him. He's a player. But yeah, it's exciting to see guys who don't have those roles at the beginning of the year. When their number's called, they step up to the plate and they make plays. It's exciting.
Can you help us end dumb speculation about Budda? Like, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's absurd. Like, I spend too much time on the Twitter.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their damn conspiracy theories nowadays. I mean, I ain't even trying to hear that shit.
I know, but I mean, Philly Twitter is just a different level. But it's like everybody trying to speculate who gets hurt on Friday. It's like, have you ever followed a football team in your life? Like, injuries happen every day that ends in Y in football. It's just a reality, a brutal reality of the game. And to come out and say that there's some, I mean, Buddha's under contract for the next 2 years. Like it's nothing more to it. So just wanted to debunk that.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, should respect the guy. I mean, just like he's in a different space right now. Like just imagine being hurt and like Buddha like loves to play football. Like this is what he loves to do. You can see it when he's out there playing. So the fact that he's hurt right now, like to say stuff like that is just like it's just weird.
Just wild. It's just wild.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, the rest of the what's going on in the NFL. We had 2 games last night. Some crazy plays.
Yeah, I didn't watch the games last night. I seen the injury with Chubb. I seen that, but I didn't watch the games last night.
That poor Nick Chubb. That's the same knee.
Yeah,
the same knee. I think the same injury.
Yeah,
everything the same, man. That's brutal. Every ligament in your leg just gone.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can come back because that was tough to watch, man.
He will.
Patriots game, Dolphins game on Sunday night. You see that the kick block too on that?
Mm-hmm. I seen that.
Did you see that play, Saul?
That was cool.
They had normal, kick block formation, right? But then, of course, the mastermind, the mad scientist, Bill Belichick, puts somebody out wide, and then he times it perfectly. Comes off the edge.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I guess like Pat McAfee was saying that the holder was on the practice squad for the Patriots before, so they knew every time he took a deep breath,
he had
snaps coming.
Yeah, that's all on film. That's watching film.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just a deep
noticing
breath.
guys' tendencies.
I don't even know how you can see that on film to that degree.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's wild.
It's on film. Like people do certain things that kind of give you tells.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A long snapper might lock his arms out before he snaps the ball. Just certain things that can help you as a player if you watch film.
Wow.
What's like one example, because you had some big games last year, 100 yards over against San Francisco. Was there anything on tape that you were able to exploit, or anything like any crazy idiosyncrasies like that you could exploit?
See, San Francisco had one of the top premier defenses in the NFL last year, so with teams like that, they don't really have many tells. When you talk about certain players, though, I think everybody does naturally. A guy might play like different techniques as a corner, and you just see how you can take advantage of those. But good defenses like those, they don't really give you much tells. Yeah, they don't really give you too many of those.
Anything you've ever used that was weird, like a guy kind of like touched his face or something, like something just off the wall?
No, it's not so like touching. Like it's more so like technique, like how he backpedals, or he might shoot his left hand when the ball snapped. He might shoot his right. It's like just different things like that can give you a tell. But yeah, other than that, no.
And wideouts have tells too, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like a wide receiver may break the huddle, and if it's a run play, he may not run to the ball as fast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He may not look as excited. Yeah. A pass play, he might adjust his gloves, things like that. That might give you a tell. And me personally, I know all of those things, so I try not to do that.
Yeah.
No tells. Yeah.
One of the things I know they said in high school, way back in high school, is like if it was a run play and the wide receivers were already breaking to the line before the play was called, it's a run because they ain't involved in the play, so they know what their assignment is.
Funny.
You know what I mean?
That's funny. There are little tells like that. Yeah.
That's wild.
But like the greats, I mean, we all watch Hard Knocks, right? And you've got Aaron Rodgers, and they're showing him on a run play where he hands it off, or where he drops back on play action, and it looks the same.
Yeah, that's what makes him great, though.
Yeah,
he can make everything look the same. There's no tells. There's no. You don't know until it happens, and then it's too late.
Jacob, we've got some super chats here. The chat is crushing it today, as usual. Michael Meff, Greg was this close to breaking one return. Your time is coming, Greg. We love you. Shout out, Michael. Thank you for the $5 super chat. We're there. We're right there. Jeff Rogers,
appreciate
yourself.
Mike.
You're going to put I'd love to see it against Dallas. I mean, I feel like, remember the Dallas special teams play they made in overtime a couple years ago?
Block punt. That was like 15
the Cardinals?
Yeah. The Cardinals blocked a punt to win the game.
That was like the overtime, right?
Yeah. That was like
that?
That was I would think it was like 2010.
Oh, Pat P was here?
No, he wasn't here
before.
yet. No, that was the year after they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
It might have even been the Super Bowl year. Like it was just one of those years where everything just kind of seemed to break.
Do you remember where you were when the Arizona Cardinals were in the Super Bowl?
I was I was a drill sergeant in the military, and and I was watching the NFC Championship in our little day room, and I was the only Cardinals fan that I know in a 500-mile radius in San Antonio, Texas. And yeah, man, that was like one of the best days of my life.
Bro.
Yeah, and then it followed up by one of the most devastating in that Super Bowl.
But there was some good in there. I mean, the flea flicker to Fitz, it was probably the decibel levels in your.
By myself, like 115 decibel level by myself for sure. Yeah, it was wild, man. It was wild. How do you remember when the Cardinals went to the Super Bowl?
I remember. I don't remember where I was, but I definitely remember. I remember like, the catch and all of that. Yeah.
Did you say were his feet down?
Yeah, he was down. I'm not gonna lie.
No, man.
That was a catch. That was
right
a crazy grab. Let's talk about the ball. The ball placement was crazy.
Yeah. The worst part about that whole thing was, Darnell Dockett had like 2 or 3 opportunities to sack Ben Roethlisberger, and he's just like, we just need one. We just need one. Oh, brutal.
Big Ben.
There were so many moments in that game, like the pick six on the opposite goal line.
Oh my God!
James Harrison's going down. Larry Fitz is following,
chasing the whole way.
And they say that Antrell Roll, one of the team's safeties, was on the sideline and he kind of moved Fitz off of Harrison a little bit, and he could have had him. And like, there's so many conspiracy theories. But I mean, for Larry Fitz and Kurt Warner and that offense to come off the field after that big play, 60-plus yards to the house, one of the greatest performance by a wide receiver in NFL playoff history, Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, that was unreal.
One of the things they don't talk about, and it always irritates me to this day, is, all right, so Fitz had an amazing postseason run, right? They get the touchdown. There's still time on the clock, and Warner drops back to pass, and he goes to throw the ball, and he gets hit. But his arm's coming forward. They call it a fumble on the field, but it wasn't a fumble. It should have been a dead ball.
Really?
There would have been time left, because I truly believe if Warner was able to get that ball off, he'd have thrown that Hail Mary and Fitz would have found a way to come down with it.
That would have been crazy.
What happened the next week? In the Pro Bowl, they threw a Hail Mary and Fitz came down within the Pro Bowl.
That would have been insane.
I'm telling you, we would have won the Super Bowl that year.
That would have been crazy.
Fucking refs always screwing us, man.
What's some of your favorite just moments watching as a fan? Like, I mean, obviously, Saul and I, we'll go till we're blue in the face.
Who was your team growing up?
So growing up, I honestly liked the Falcons. I was a Michael Vick fan, and then my parents liked the Dallas Cowboys. So growing up, you kind of like who your parents like. So I started to like the Cowboys, and then when I got to the NFL, it was just whoever I was playing for.
Did you ever go see Vic play at Vatech?
No.
No? I heard, man. That dude was stupid.
I heard he was insane.
He threw a ball 70 yards in the middle of the wind.
Yeah, it's insane.
Just stupid stuff, man. Yeah. He was legendary there.
Yeah.
Are you taking him or Lamar Jackson?
I'm taking Vic all day.
I think just the throwing ability, I think it's a little bit higher with Vic.
Yeah. I mean, Vic's peak is higher than any other player's peak ever. Like, I'm talking about like athletic ability-wise. Like, in terms of having to match up with him, like, the only thing that always stopped Vic is that he could never. I don't know if he didn't put enough time into assessing how to read defenses the way he needed to.
It came easy. It came
because everything was just a flick of the wrist. So he didn't really study as much as I think he should have. Because he, talent-wise, he should have been the best quarterback of all time. Because nobody could run the way he could. Nobody could throw the way he could. He had all the tools, but shoulda, woulda, coulda.
In today's offense, he would excel.
Like, ridiculous. It would be ridiculous.
That lefty throw, though, is that challenging? Have you ever caught a ball from a lefty?
I'm trying to think. His just comes out so pretty. I wish I had the chance to really like catch passes from him, but it's not a lot of left-handed quarterbacks out here.
It's like Tua and anybody else right now?
Not sure.
I don't think so.
I remember people like apologizing to Tua when they flipped his tape. And it looked like he was throwing right-handed. And like, oh, damn, he throws a pretty ball. It's like, no, he throws a pretty ball. It's just left-handed. It looks like
it just looks a little different.
We'll get into some the takeaways from college football this weekend, too. But I got to tell you about our friends over at Circle K. Get into the Inner Circle right now at America's Thirst Shop. Get that new free membership program. Save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Every 6th free selection at Circle K products as well. Get every 6th free selection of Circle K products, pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks, including those Polar Pops. Don't want to miss out on that. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply. Participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. You guys are kind of bookended by Circle K at the facility in Tempe. I stop by there all the time, get my coffee, get my snacks. So I'm going in to get some audio from you guys to check out practice. Not a bad, very convenient place to be. Wherever you're in the Valley, you'll be able to find a Circle K near you. Plus, talk about watching football, college football, NFL. You're going to want to be dialed into Fubo TV. Of course, we've got a nice little sign-up code. Go to FuboTV.com/PHNX. You're going to save yourself, $15 off Pro for the first month? That's an unbelievable deal. So when you're tuning in to all the college football, you're not going to have any questions asked as far as, can I watch the ASU game? Can I watch the U of A game? Can I find the Cardinals game? Can I find all that you want to watch on the weekend? Pac-12, ASU, U of A, Cardinals, NFL Network, Red Zone. You've got it all. Fubo TV. That's FuboTV.com/PHNX. Save 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. All right. I was up late Saturday night watching
You
Prime.
had to, man.
Yeah.
Had to. No, Prime is real, dude.
Man, do you believe?
Oh, I believe. Listen, I didn't think they were going to go 3-0.
I want to see this next game. I think they play Oregon, right?
Yeah.
And then they play USC after that. I want to see those two games.
Those 2 games.
You don't think so?
No.
Without
They
Travis
said that.
Hunter?
No.
They said that about the first two.
No,
though.
but these two are different talent-wise, man.
They said that about the
they've
first
been
two.
They've been historically different for
I'm
the
just
last.
saying though. Let's not count them out. They said that about the first two. TCU
Dude.
just played in the national
just said he
championship game
believes.
last year. He just said, "Yeah, you already believe."
I do
You already
believe. I do believe they're going to go 3-2 in the first 5 games.
That's not believing. That's not believing. That's funny.
But I do what I do believe in is his ability to be able to turn that program around.
Mhm.
Number one, obviously, I mean that's the best hire in college football in maybe the last 2 decades. Period. And then also just listen, you got to start from somewhere. And yeah, you swap that whole roster over. I think 67 new players into that. It still is going to take a little bit of time to get your foundation built. And the fact that they started off 3-0 is remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
I don't know, man. He's really goated. He knows how to speak to kids and get them to understand. And it's mainly because he's done it. I feel like when you have somebody who's done it and they tell you things, you listen a little bit more.
Yeah.
If I had a kid and I was a parent, I would want my kid to play for Deion.
Yeah. Just
because he knows what he's doing. He's teaching the kids how to play the game the right way. And he's also teaching them things outside of football.
Yeah.
And that's very important. But yeah, it's funny. You said you believe, and then
I do, man. I'm just listen. Oregon is dropping 80 on teams,
Nah,
man.
yeah, Oregon looks good.
And Oregon and USC especially.
Okay, so if they had Hunter, then would you give them a chance or not? They still lose. Okay,
I would give them more of a chance. Yeah, but without Hunter, you saw they struggled without Hunter against CSU, and CSU got housed by Washington State by like 30. So like. I believe, but you also need the talent to believe a little bit more against a team like Oregon and USC.
I think they get one of these 2 games.
What?
USC's defense is still bad.
Dude, they still got
shootout.
Yeah, Caleb is crazy.
Dude,
though,
Caleb versus Shador is going to be off the hook.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be real fun.
It's gonna be
real
Shador,
fun.
he'll play Sundays, no doubt about it, right?
100%.
What is it that you like the best about his game?
His poise. He always just seems calm. I love that with quarterbacks. He's just calm in the pocket. Calm, calling plays, just never getting rattled. No moment's too big. I think he just gets that. Like he was born with that. That's how his whole family is.
It's wild because he trains with Tom Brady. Tom Brady like trains with him, and you watch Shador, and the way his feet are calm in the pocket, like is exactly like Tom Brady. Like just every little mannerism. I'm just like, holy crap, this is wild, man. It's really wild.
That's crazy. Tom Brady's the best football player of all time, probably. So that's crazy to be comparing Shador with Brady. It's really crazy that we're doing that right now.
I'm just talking about technique wise. I didn't say he was going to be Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Technique-wise, you can see that they've trained together. There's some similarities there from a foundational perspective. Not, you still got to see it against obviously the NFL whenever he gets to that point. But I do like the fact that he progresses through his reads.
Yeah, he does
better than most college quarterbacks. In that fourth quarter, he hit that corner route on the left side after reading a certain tell by the safety. That's just not every quarterback can do that. Hell, I'm a U of A guy, and my quarterback can't do that. So I'm like, come on, bro.
And he took shots too. I mean, he was taking hits even in overtime. I did like, I don't know if either of you saw this, but I mean, Coach Prime was asked about it today, the hits that they were taking, and there's the kid for CSU who knocked Travis Hunter out of the game, and Prime basically called the people to stop, talking trash to him, threatening him. And that's just another example of like why you want your kid to go play for him, because he can keep it in perspective that this is a game, and the idea of anybody threatening anybody over what happens in the game is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah, I think people just forget that like we're humans too outside of football. Like we play a crazy game on Sundays or Saturdays for them.
Emotional.
But after the game's over, man, like we still have normal lives and we still go through normal things. So the death threats and all that stuff, that's crazy. Because he's a kid too. Yeah. Yeah, it's just you hate to see that.
What'd you think of the shades
that he gave the team?
Yeah.
I seen a short brief of a clip. I thought it was cool though. I mean, they just take everything and they just like use it for motivation. I think it's cool.
It's pretty wild.
I mean, they're not Shady Rays. We love our Shady Rays over here, and it's the most perfect transition ever. Let me tell you about the premium polarized shades that you can get at not a premium price. I was up there in Kierland Commons. I was at the Shady Rays store talking to their assistant GM over there. He was giving me the full breakdown. He's talking about fully polarized sunglasses, half polarized sunglasses for us golfers out there. They're going to tailor it to what you need, and you're not going to have to pay a premium price for it. They actually like to keep it well under $100, but it doesn't look like you just have a cheap pair of sunglasses on your face. No, it looks like you got nice brand name shades like our guy Greg is wearing on his face right now. He always rocks on the All Purpose Podcast. But save yourself 50% off 2 or more pairs of Shady Rays sunglasses at shadyrays.com. Use the promo code PHNX. It doesn't just apply to the website. You can go to the website, go to shadyrays.com, use PHNX, but you can also go to Kierland Commons up there in North Scottsdale and just say PHNX to the crazy, like you're a crazy person, to the sales associate, and they'll know exactly what you're talking about. They're going to shave 50% off 2 or more pairs of premium polarized sunglasses right there off your order, right in the flesh. Find out what 250,000 people are writing 5 stars right now online. Shady Rays, shadyrays.com. Use that promo code PHNX to save yourself some coin. And also got to tell you about FOCO. We love our friends over at FOCO. They create some of the greatest collectibles going on right now. Apparel, accessories. You want to gear up for game day? Do it with FOCO. You want to gear up your she cave? What do we call it? Man cave and she shed. She shed. That's right. We got the she shed. Jacob knows what I'm talking about.
I was thinking, what?
Man cave, she shed, FOCO. They're going to pimp it out for you. They're going to bolster it for you. Go to FOCO.com. You'll find the apparel, the accessories, the toys, collectibles, everything that you're looking for. You can get 10% off all non-presale items right now using the promo code PHNX. Go to FOCO.com. Use that code PHNX. Get 10% off that order.
You know what's so funny about that? You mentioned the man cave, and then like, I don't know, man, like, about 10, 15 years ago, I had a man cave, and then it kind of transitioned into, I had the twins, so that changed. So man cave was gone, right? Quick. And then the man cave went from like a room in the house to like the garage, and now I'm in the backyard. And I'm like, what the hell just happened here? Like now I'm outside in the 100-degree heat if I want to have a space. It's just wild.
Is that what I have to look forward to?
Yeah.
See, outside is nice though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
right now it is.
I mean, right now,
Not when it's 115 degrees outside.
Do you have a spot? Do you have a spot that's just kind of like yours and your?
Yeah, the whole thing. It's mine. The whole thing.
That goes away. Real quick.
Yeah, it does. But
I'm like holding on to my FOCO collectible. Like, you're not taking this away from me, to my wife. And like next thing I know, I'm just sitting there empty-handed.
That's funny.
At least watching the game.
At least
that's all we got.
Yeah.
That's what we have to hold on to. The whole thing. That's great.
Yeah.
I saw last week Arizona Cardinals, azcardinals.com, or your social team, Q and the boys over there do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
They asked you and your teammates your favorite football movie of all time.
Yeah, I missed that one. For me personally, I'm probably gonna say Friday Night Lights.
Is that what you saw in the video?
I don't even think I saw.
It's
the
coming
video.
off the practice field. They might have got.
Yeah, after practice, I kind of like stay back and do extra things,
Gotcha.
so I might have missed it. But I'm gonna say Friday Night Lights. I watched that movie a lot growing up.
Okay.
Remember the Titans? It's a bunch of old football movies.
Big Booby fan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Booby Gibson, right?
Yeah.
Booby Miles.
Booby Gibson was the number 2 in Cleveland for a while, huh? Is LeBron James?
A little different. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know about that. You know, I mean, that's a good football. I do like Remember the Titans.
Mhm.
That's solid.
Have you ever seen Gridiron Gang?
Yeah.
With The Rock?
With The
Yeah.
Rock. That's so
Yeah.
cheesy.
I know people wouldn't say movies like that. Those are just movies that like
was
I
like-
think of top of my
A
head.
juvenile detention, right? Was that the
Yeah,
game?
center. Yeah.
I mean, remember the Titans because that was my school district. We
Really?
played TC Williams.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And
Really?
they were long removed from being state competitors. Like they
Oh, they were
bad.
bad?
Oh, they
But
weren't, they
I
weren't
know
doing
that.
the.
It was cool to see like the area you grew up in, and obviously not at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like you're glad where it ended, but Remember the Titans is great.
Okay.
It's a great movie, yeah.
I mean, I like those movies. I'm a big Any Given Sunday fan.
Okay.
I like, you know, the Willie Beam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you
Mhm.
got to have some Willie Beeman in your life.
You don't like Waterboy? Like, is that not
Yeah.
a football movie?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
football
yeah.
movie. Yeah. But I actually like the program.
Okay, that's an older movie. I don't think I've watched that
It is.
multiple times. Yeah,
It is.
You can
but,
call him old. You don't have to
Yeah,
beat around the
it's
bush.
fine.
be nice about
But you know what's so funny about that movie is I still use those fundamental
Crazy.
policies here in this office.
Yeah, that's
If
funny.
anybody carries a ball in this office and I knock it out of their hand, they automatically got to drop and give me 20, man. That's how we roll
law.
out here,
That's a
man.
rule. Yeah, that's for sure a rule.
You could tell like the players, the era that they grew up, and then like the coaches would say the program,
Yep.
right? Because that's like 90s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Spitting in each other's mouths and
Longest
stuff.
yard, or not longest yard.
Wild.
I mean, what was it? Any Given Sunday. I might
Longest yard
get,
wouldn't
yeah,
bad.
long-
I might
Yard
get
not
crushed on this. I liked We Are Marshall. Not as my favorite.
I mean, it's a plane crash.
Yeah,
though.
No,
it's
but
a-
the way
it's
that
a-
they get
It's a
It's
slow
like-
movie. It's
It is?
slower. It's a little bit on the slow side. There's another. What is the movie with the running back used to play for the Browns? Like something Express.
Oh, a Pony Express.
Yeah.
Is
Oh.
it Pony? I don't think it's Pony
No,
Express.
no.
It's
The
something.
Express. I
It's
thought.
something with a
Yeah,
running back.
it's about
from
I don't remember
Syracuse.
his name. Yeah, I don't remember his name though.
oh man, damn it. Who was it?
Sean DePaz,
Man,
our
I-
Syracuse
yeah,
alum.
yeah, I don't remember.
I mean,
Screaming.
Jacob's
That was
sitting
a
there
good
just
movie,
staring
though.
at us. He could Google it right
Ernie-
now, but
That was a
What-
good movie.
yeah. He ended up getting like I think cancer or
Mhm.
leukemia or something like that.
Yeah,
He
it was a
died.
good movie.
And there's like Brian's Song.
Yeah, Brian.
Speaking
Song.
of sad football movies, but ones that like
It's just called The Express, the
Yeah,
Ernie
The
Davis
Express.
story.
Ernie
Ernie
Davis.
Davis.
Okay.
That's right.
Let's see in the chat. We've got Robert saying The Longest Yard. Which one though? Adam Sandler or Burt
Adam
Reynolds?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler. That one.
Adam
That
Sandler.
one's good.
Come on, man.
Tej tuning in from Richmond.
Richmond,
Yo, what's
VA,
up, GD?
man.
Shout out Richmond, Virginia.
What up,
RVA.
Teach?
Do you know Tej?
No idea.
That's
He's from Richmond though. He's
all,
family.
man. That's all
Yeah,
that matters.
he's family. It's all love.
Nobody said Jerry Maguire.
I was just about
You
to say
feel-
Jerry Maguire.
You feel like that's a football movie?
Yeah. I mean, actually, I like stupid movies. So there's two stupid movies that I like. You probably haven't seen them because they're old. But one is The Replacements.
Yeah,
The
I've seen that.
Replacements
Yeah,
is good. And
that's a
then the
good
other
movie.
one is Unnecessary Roughness.
I've never seen that. The Replacements comes on TV a lot. though.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Unnecessary Roughness is ridiculously
Really?
funny. Yes. Yeah. It's about a national championship level program that gets sanctioned like crazy, kind of like SMU,
Mhm.
where they took all their scholarships away. And so they have to recruit like all these bums. And it's just,
Got the guy from Quantum Leap,
yeah.
and he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
quarterback. He's like
Yeah.
35 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
I
watch
couldn't
it.
say Quantum Leap because I know he doesn't know what that is, right?
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, so yeah.
2 weeks in the Valley because you guys got back-to-back home games. Anything you're doing while you're at home outside of just recovering?
Really just relaxing. Really, just enjoying this beautiful weather. Arizona's nice around this time. It's like perfect weather. Yeah, just taking care of my body. Just getting ready for Sunday.
Are you a transplant officially? Like, I know you came here and you had a job to do, but now that you kind of put some roots down, you feel like AZ is going to be part of your future going forward?
It's saying just living here in general.
Yeah.
Training
here?
shoot, Drake. I heard Drake's moving to Arizona, so I might gotta stay. I'm a big Drake fan, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I like Drake. But no, Arizona's nice. I'm not gonna lie, Arizona's really nice. I've been here for 3 years. It's nice. So maybe.
Yeah, especially this time of the year.
Yeah.
From now until about April, it's money.
Did you go to Drake? We were talking about if JG
I had
could have
practice.
gone.
Yeah, no, we weren't allowed to.
the
Well, we were allowed to, but we just had practice. We had to get up. So
I mean, the concert was that night.
yeah,
So you have practice that late, or you
no,
just
that
did-
morning, the next morning.
Oh, the next
yeah.
morning. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Here I am trying to talk to him and going to Drake. Yeah, man, forget about practice, man. We're talking about practice.
While you're tucked in your own bed.
Yeah, I know,
probably
right?
Like 8:30. Toes up.
Yeah.
We got a next episode. I want to get into like because I don't think people know your day to day. Like I don't think people know how much the grind of being a
but even if
professional
I
athlete.
tell them, they still won't really grasp it.
understand it,
It's hard.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 5:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the dot every single day.
Yeah, I might do 6 maybe, depending on if my body's a little bit sore from the practice before, but early bird gets the worm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that next episode of All Purpose. Make sure you subscribe here on PHNX Sports here on YouTube. Subscribe, follow along wherever you get your podcasts. Leave that 5-star, leave a review. It does wonders, gets us in front of more people, on more ears, in front of more eyes. Appreciate everybody in the chats. Thank you for the super. We don't have any super chats to get to, right?
No, you cleared the one.
We're all good to go for the rest of the day. PHNX Cardinals coming up a little bit later tonight. Johnny Venerable and myself will be joining you after dark at 7. Big thank you to our playmaker, all-purpose player, Greg Dortch, the GM, Saul Bookman. I'm Bo Brock. We'll talk to you guys next week.